So what you'll need to make these dog treats are 3 ingredients: whole grain oats, peanut butter, and pumpkin. The proportions are 1, 1, 1. I used a 15-ounce container of oats. I have a 15-ounce container of peanut butter and a 15-ounce container of pumpkin. You will need a rolling pin, a scraper spatula to get your contents out of the can, a pizza slicer, which is going to become very important at the end, and a cookie sheet, which I've lined with parchment. You can line it with foil or parchment, but it makes it so much easier to remove your treats when they're done. I also mix this by hand, so I use disposable gloves, and I highly recommend mixing by hand and using the gloves unless you like getting peanut butter out from under your fingernails. This recipe is so easy that you and your kids or your friends' kids can make this together for your beloved doggy friends. So there's the oats. Here's the pumpkin. Make sure you get all of its wonderful pumpkin goodness out of the can. You can also buy a small pumpkin, roast it, and puree the insides, but it seems like a lot of effort and a lot of energy when good, organic, clean pumpkin is available. The pumpkin has a lot to offer both people and pets. There is a total of 0.5 grams of fat in this 15-ounce can, which is 1% of the daily value. There's no trans fat, no cholesterol, a trace of sodium, and 3 grams of dietary fiber, which is very good for keeping your digestion intact. And now here's the peanut butter. Make sure you get a brand that is no sugar added, because sugar is an inflammatory, and pets, like people, can suffer joint disease. Hip dysplasia is a really common thing among larger breeds, and you don't want to add to that by any added unnecessary sugars. I use regular supermarket brand peanut butter because I found that the high-end fancy peanut butter, natural, with the oil separation, I find that with the separated oil, it makes it really difficult to have these cookies keep their shape, and it requires a lot more work on your part. Also, it requires the extra added ingredient of an egg. But if you want to use the kind of peanut butter where the oil separates, feel free to do that and add an egg, which will bind and emulsify the batter, the dough. So I think I've taken out as much peanut butter from this jar as I can. When Shelby Todd was around, I used to give her the jar so she could lick it clean before I put it in the recycling.